What's going on, guys? Juice Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Tuesday the 28th of January. We have confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yes, this episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time will be a new transfer update. And finally, in the comment section below, who is your favourite footballer growing up? Right, so first bit of confirmed news today is some positive news for Leeds United fans. They finally brought a striker in after being linked to so many players, and that is the full confirmation of Jean-Kevin Augustin. He joined from RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga, and as I have mentioned previously, he was on loan to Monaco for the first half of the season. It's a loan deal, so a temporary basis, but it does include an option to buy. A big transfer that is set to be completed, if not already for you guys watching the video on Tuesday, is Christian Eriksen and his move to Inter Milan. It has been rumoured for some time now, but he has officially landed in Milan to undergo his medical and sign his Inter Milan contract, and there is full video proof this, the photos, it's gonna happen. The full details are yet to be properly disclosed, but apparently it is around 20 million euros total, that is including additional bonuses, and Ajax do receive 10% of any fee Tottenham manage to bring in, so if it is 20 million, they get 2 million in return. It's a very positive transfer from Inter because yes, he has been very inconsistent and some people are describing him as lazy for Tottenham lately, but now he's got a fresh challenge and a new team, he'll want to impress, and we all know how good he can be, and hopefully he can reach those levels at the San Siro. And for 20 million euros you can't really complain, and for Tottenham's side of things it's better to lose him on a free transfer, but they probably should have dealt with the situation a little bit better. Lucas Toussaint will join Hertha Berlin in the next few days, that's according to Sky Sports Germany. The 22-year-old midfielder will have a medical on Monday, so yesterday, and sign a contract that runs until 2025. That's before he's loaned back to Lyon for the rest of the season. The fee is thought to be around 24 million euros from Lyon, and the German side have been chasing him all transfer window long. Hatem Ben Arfa's hunt for a new team is almost over. The 32-year-old has been without a team since leaving Rennes last summer, but Mundo Deportivo report he is on the verge of joining the Spanish side Real Valladolid. It'll be a deal until the end of the season, so a very short-term contract, but if he does impress, he might get an extension. A player that has been involved in a few stories so far this January is Federico Bernardeschi, and his current club Juve have rubbish reports suggesting he's going to be leaving, and especially going to Barca or AC Milan. The stories were saying it was a swap deal, so Bernardeschi goes to Barca and Rakitic to Juve, but that won't be happening. Lyon Sporting director Juninho, who by the way is the player that scored some unreal free kicks back in the day, he has said that the signing of Bruno Guimaraes from Atletico Paranense, it is 95% done. The actual quotes do say, on top of this, we are setting off for Colombia on Tuesday for the medical. I hope that everything will be wrapped up on Wednesday. He is very happy. Lyon was his choice. There was Atletico Madrid and Benfica too. He felt like we really wanted him. He will be a new player to FIFA Ultimate Team, and he was a player linked to Arsenal last week, but it seems that Lyon is all done and dusted now. Sheffield United's offer for Sander Berge has been rejected by Belgian side Genk, according to the Daily Mail. The 21-year-old Norwegian midfielder, whose contract is set to expire at the end of the season, is also a target for West Ham United. Sheffield United and West Ham fans don't like each other because of the Carlos Tevez saga back in, I want to say 2006, but now if Sheffield United can get a transfer up on one of their rivals, it would be even better for them. The Daily Mail are saying that questions are being asked of Arsenal's efforts to get a deal done for Flamengo defender Pablo Mari. They want to get the deal pushed through, but the article does claim the 26-year-old is now heading back to Brazil and no agreement in North London has been completed. So far they're the only outlet saying this, I think, but if that is the case, it's probably quite disappointing for Arsenal fans. But then again, other outlets are saying it's very close to being completed. It'll be around 7.5 million euros. Sky Sports Italia are reporting that Sevilla are in talks to sign Suso from AC Milan this month. The Spanish side want the winger on an 18-month loan deal that does include an option to sign him on a permanent basis. His future has been up in the air and it looks like his time at Milan is done, and he was linked to Roma just a couple weeks ago. A short one from the Daily Mirror is that Marcos Rojo is heading back to Estudiantes on loan. That's after Manchester United failed to find a buyer. Initially, they thought he would be part of the Bruno Fernandes deal going to Sporting and Fernandes going to United, but that one seems to have broken down. And the next one is from L'Equipe. They said Napoli have made Mainz attacker Jean-Philippe Matata a top transfer target this month. The 22-year-old has only made 5 Bundesliga appearances so far this season, but the Italian side are eager to land him in January, and they want to make him part of the squad for their Champions League tie against Barcelona. I'm not sure if this story ties in with the Fernando Llorente situation or saga that he could be going to Inter, but they are linked to another striker yet again, this time from Sky Sports Italia. They say Napoli are eager to sign Spal star Andrea Petagna, and they've offered €21 million to sign him. And in fact, they confirmed that the Serie A side are currently trying to improve their attack before the transfer window closes, and they are in talks with Spal. PSV have offered Crystal Palace £4.2 million for fullback Patrick Van Aanholt, as according to Sky Sports yet again. The Premier League side are expected to reject this offer though, as they're holding out for at least double that, so £8.4 million. Van Aanholt still has 18 months left on his contract at Selhurst Park, and PSV are looking to other alternatives because they tried signing Ricardo Rodriguez from AC Milan, and now they've moved on to Van Aanholt. New MLS franchise Inter Miami want to bring Rogelio Funes Mori to Florida, as according to Univision. Funes Mori enjoyed a stellar 2019 campaign for Monterrey, which included a goal in the Club World Cup semi-final against Liverpool. And that form has caught the eye of Inter Miami, who are considering making the Argentine a designated player for their debut season. The story doesn't mention how much it would cost to bring in, but Inter Miami do have 2 designated players currently available. Chelsea forward Pedro is weighing up his options as his current contract comes to a close. According to Sport, the World Cup winner has an offer on the table to follow Andres Iniesta to Vissel Kobe. He was linked to Aston Villa briefly at the very start of the window and including a return to Barcelona, but maybe linking back up the likes of Iniesta and a few other Spaniards in Japan, it might be an option he considers. Representatives of Flamengo are currently in Italy to finalise the permanent transfer of Inter striker Gabigol, as according to Gianluca Damasio. Gabriel Barbosa failed to shine in the Serie A, but was key to Flamengo's first Copa Libertadores triumph in 38 years, and the Brazilian side were also crowned champions of their league. Inter will let their player go for around €18 million, plus a 20% cut of any future transfer. Juventus midfielder EMRE Can is now very close to joining Borussia Dortmund for around €30 million, that's according to Bild. The 26-year-old Germany international would earn around €10 million a season at Borussia, which is significantly less than the €16 million at Juventus. And Kicker do add that Juve are willing to loan him out instead until the end of the season. Emre Can's main priority right now is to get first team football yet again after pretty much being frozen out by Maurizio Sarri, and he wants to be included in Germany's Euro 2020 squad. I think he'd do really well at Borussia Dortmund. I know he left Liverpool on a free transfer and whatnot, but he can still be a decent player. And now we have got a story for Newcastle fans, which I imagine they're fairly skeptical of because this happens pretty much every single transfer window, but it looks like they might finally be getting a takeover. So BBC Sport are saying that talks over a potential takeover of Newcastle United, and it'll be by a Saudi Arabian sovereign wealth fund, they're now at an advanced stage. If completed, the takeover is expected to cost some £340 million. And basically, Mike Ashley has been in talks with them for a long time, and they say several months, so maybe it has got some kind of truth to it. And keeping on the theme of Newcastle, the Daily Mail have got a short story saying that Newcastle are currently in talks to sign Paco Alcacer from Borussia Dortmund. It'll be an initial loan deal and an obligation to buy in the summer for £25 million. The striker is looking to move on to get first team football again, as this time last year he was signed on a permanent basis from Barcelona because he's scoring so many goals. But now with Haaland coming in and he's got 5 goals already in like 50 odd minutes, you can't really compete with that. Christophe Piontek's agent has offered the Milan striker to Chelsea as a potential replacement for Olivier Giroud, as according to journalist Nicolo Schira. The front striker Giroud is widely expected to move to Inter Milan, and the Blues boss Frank Lampard is keen to replace him before the transfer deadline. He would cost around €30 million, and there are a lot of other teams interested in his services. A story that I mentioned yesterday is Steven Bergwijn and a potential move to Tottenham, and now more stories are coming out about it, and Football Insider, they are saying he's agreed personal terms already. They're now looking to sort out a deal with PSV for the 22-year-old, and he came out saying, denying the rumours that he rejected to play for PSV. AS in Spain are saying both Arsenal and Everton are interested in Real Madrid's James Rodriguez. The midfielder is currently available for £34 million or a loan deal until the end of the season. And now another update from yesterday's episode, this time from Marca, is that Valencia's Rodrigo is set to join Barca on a loan deal with the option to buy, and the reason for that is because of financial fair play. He would cost a fair amount of money, and because Barca have spent a lot of money themselves already, they want to even the books a little bit by making it a year later, or 6 months later. Valencia is still unsure whether he'll be staying or not, and let's face it, the transfer deadline is quickly approaching us now. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time will be a new transfer update. So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.